Two-time Oscar nominee Jeremy Renner is telling us about his near-deadly snowcat incident and inspiring recovery. So let me take you back. On New Year's Eve day in 2023, the mayor of Kingstown Star was run over by a 7-ton snowcat and broke more than 38 bones. Paramedics did not think he would survive. In his new memoir, My Next Breath, Renner reflects on his journey to recovery, how his family gave him motivation to survive and heal, and the life lessons for all of us. First on CBS Mornings, Jeremy Renner is with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
This book is incredibly inspirational, but I want people to understand that you didn't want to write this book. In the first line of your author's note, you write, I did not want to write this book. I did not want to relive moment by moment the events of January 1st, 2023. Take me through the process that ultimately led you to change your mind.
Yeah, it was, I wrote that was sort of like the prologue to the book. I had written most of the book at that point, but I really wanted to voice why I didn't want to write it. I did, because I just don't think it was valuable in my life. Because I lived it, and the thing I didn't think, look, it was a private incident that happened in my driveway. Why does anybody care about it? But the act of writing it is really what I want people to kind of take away from the book. Getting out of your own way is quite important to really to achieve and get anything you want in your life, and that's the lesson I had to learn, to get out of my own way and share the story, because I knew it was valuable, and it was silly of me not to share it.
I want people to read the book, but you describe in excruciating detail those 5 seconds that 14,000-pound machine crushed your body,
yeah,
and the 45 minutes of painful conscious breathing that you had to do until the paramedics arrived.
Yeah.
Just give us a sense of that, a flavor of that moment.
Well, that's why I didn't want to write the book. You know, it's but it was such a great gift to be able to have to go word by word, right? Not even in a conversation, but have to write down word by word what was transpiring, to relive the moments of mental acuity, to your body is lit up, and you know you're drowning, you're on fire, and you're being struck by lightning. It's all at once. It's overwhelming, and to the mental acuity to have to just focus on just one thing, and that was breathing, because I wasn't breathing, and there's no way my body was gonna breathe because it was crushed. So that part just saved me, just keeping it, zooming out, focusing on just breathing. So I wasn't gonna breathe. Didn't matter that my eyeballs out of my head, that my legs were all twisted up like a pretzel. Doesn't matter. I'll worry about that later. You gotta breathe first. If you don't, I'm passing out, and then my body's not going to breathe, and organ failure, and then I'm dead. So the simplicity of just breathing, exhaling, so I can inhale, then exhaling, then inhaling. Just like walking, take one step. You can't walk without taking one step. So the simplicity of that act helped me mitigate pain. Like you would in Lamaze breathing, right? Breath helps you mitigate pain and birthing. It was the same thing randomly that I did when I was a kid that my mom took me to, and it helped me. It saved my life in those moments, in those 45 minutes of breathing.
As Vlad said, you're very descriptive, and I appreciate that. As I was reading this in part 3, recovery, you said I was roadkill that made it. To this day, I'm not sure the doctors caught every injury. I don't think anybody will fully know all the things that got cracked or shattered or bent out of shape. And this is what I love. It really doesn't matter.
No.
But my jaw, broken in 3 places, and my teeth forever misaligned, mean that it is never going to be the same ever again.
Correct. Yeah.
Your understanding what has happened to you, but there is this hyper awareness of understanding that things aren't going to change from here. You have a mantra. The only obstacle in your way is you.
Yeah.
How did you lean on and latch on to that while realizing everything that was wrong with you?
Yeah, I think it's a way to zooming out and focusing helps me get out of my own way. When you get too involved into one micro of something, you get too anxious about things. If we zoom out and see the bigger picture of things, it's a lot easier to take a breath and be like, okay, I can now move forward in this way. And what do I give value to? I ask myself all the time. It's really changed since the accident. You know, there's a lot of white noise I've released that I don't give value to too many things. I oversimplify life because it is really just that simple. And living in that space is quite peaceful, joyful, clean, quite life.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Jeremy, you talk about how this wasn't something that just happened to you. This happened to your whole family.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your daughter, Ava. She was just 10 years old at the time.
9, yeah, she's 9.
She was 9?
Yeah,
She was even smaller. So in the book, you include, oh, she's adorable. You include a letter that she wrote for school when she was asked about her proudest moment so far in life. And she wrote, the last weekend I saw him, he was in a wheelchair. As I walked over to the car, I saw my dad was driving in the car on the way back home. I was thinking how incredibly lucky I am to have such an amazing, strong dad.
Yeah.
So her proudest moment was seeing you pick her up from school again after the accident. What was that like for you when you read her letter?
It was pretty inspiring, and I asked her if it was okay if we put that in the book. Her and I had a very precious journey in this recovery, and she was my fuel to get better. I didn't have to worry about my problems, right? All I had to do is, she gets better if I get better. So all I have to do is, get better for her, and not, for me. I don't have to worry about running or anything like that. I just had to. I don't want to put horror in my daughter's life or these horrible images. So it was beautiful to share. She just read it not that long because we just did the Audible version of this, and she got to read it. And I was on a Zoom with her, and I reminded her, give her some tips and stuff on doing the voiceover on it, and. I said, hey, take a pause for a second and realize that look how far we've come, honey. Remember I asked you to wait for me? And then you did, and your dad got better. And here we are reading the book. She read for you
while you were recovering?
Huh?
She read for you while you were recovering?
Yeah, but she also did the read of her essay in the book, the Audible.
Beautiful.
Yeah, she just did that.
Real quick, knowing how far you have come, this version of yourself right now.
Yeah.
Imagine you can go back in that moment while you were fighting for your life. You could lean in and whisper one thing to yourself. What would you say?
Keep breathing.
Yeah.
Keep breathing.
It works.
Because you're here. You say that the fact that you're here, even broken with that titanium in your body, you're a superhero. It's a superpower.
I don't know.
It's a superpower.
It is. It is.
A superpower.
And we're glad that you're here.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
The book is amazing.
Book is amazing.
Really
You're amazing, Jeremy
beautifully
Renner.
written.
Thank you very, very much for being with us. We so love you. My next breath is on sale right now.